Hey, what's up everyone? I wanted to talk today about the Pixel 6 December 2021 update chaos that is going on as I speak today here on Friday, December 17th, 2021. I have 20 years of IT experience. I am not an Android developer or a Google employee or a cell phone expert. But I do have 20 years of IT experience under my belt. I'm actively an IT professional. So, what is going on with this update? So, I put together a timeline because I am a Google Pixel 6 owner here, and I love this phone. I absolutely love this phone. I love the camera bump back here. I think it makes sense, especially when you pair it with one of these cases that allows you to take advantage of the space below and give you a little flap here, which I have my credit card in, and some other things that acts as a wallet. It lays flat. This is a Spigen case, by the way. I am not sponsored, by the way. Would love to have a sponsor on the channel. As a matter of fact, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. There's going to be more content like this, or who knows where I'm going with my channel. But anyway, this is some information on current events. So on Monday, December 6, 2021, the December update was released for Pixel phones, but Pixel 6 owners had the update delayed, which didn't come out until Monday, December 13th, 1 week later. And a lot of Pixel owners, including myself, were hitting the system update refresh button frantically, trying to get this update because there were so many fixes that were supposed to be addressed in it. I am not having any major issues with the phone. I'm okay with the fingerprint sensor. It's not fast, but it seems to be secure, and that's the most important thing to me. Also, when I really like the previous Pixels that had the fingerprint sensor on the back. It seemed to be a little bit more natural for you to be holding your phone and just hit the back of the phone. But the advantage to having it on the front is that I can put it on my cradle in my car when I'm driving, and every once in a while I need to access GPS on the phone. I can easily open or unlock the phone to do so. Easier than having to go behind my cradle and hit it. Just my experience and my opinion about it. If you Tuesday, December 14th, the update appears to have been rolled out to non-US users. Not many people in the US have gotten the update, so we're still all in the US frantically updating. And I'm seeing reports on some Facebook groups, etc., that from non-US based people that have gotten the update. We're wondering what is going on. Where's my update? So it was about Wednesday of this week, day before yesterday, that I started seeing reports of connection issues from non-US users. Most of the US users, we still haven't gotten the update. And there were a few people that went ahead and did what do they call it? A sideload of the update. Which is where you can go to Google's OTA images. Here you see this link here where you can scroll down. You can read the instructions, and if you need more instructions, you can Google this as well, and people put together some videos on how to sideload. I'm not going to do that in my video because there's already people that have done that. So you can go down to your Pixel hardware, your Pixel 6 or your Pixel 6 Pro, and then you can look at the updates. This is for Europe. This one here is for the US. This is the one that the US users would want. and this is for I think that's Australia. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Sometimes the acronyms are not familiar to me. So anyway, that is the site for the OTA updates, which you can sideload. It involves you downloading some software to your computer, making a few changes on your phone, hooking your phone up to your computer via USB-C, and performing some and actually typing in some commands within an administrative command prompt, or I believe also the PowerShell will work as well. If you're not familiar with how to do, have never done anything like that, you probably want to wait for the OTA. I'm still waiting for the OTA because of the issues that have been communicated from the user community. I started seeing them on the 15th again. So yesterday there was an article in 9 to 5 Google. They spoke to a spokesperson from Google that confirmed that the December feature drops does not have any, has nothing to do with the network connectivity issues. I'm skeptical. So being in IT, I know that there is sometimes a disconnect between the folks that handle the technical aspect of things and the spokespeople, and they tend to go in and they get into a meeting and they have a conference and they ask specific pointed questions, and sometimes these spokespeople try to extract the most positive message from what the developers are telling them in order to communicate that most positive as possible update or information to the public. So oftentimes there's a disconnect, and also sometimes the developers don't really know what's going on yet, but they're pushed to give information. So what you're saying is blah blah blah, and then they're forced into this like on the moment spot, type of response, and they give the best, like as I'm finding the words here, that's exactly what they're doing in these meetings, and they sometimes just say, well, there's nothing that we can see that is that would cause these issues. We just don't get it, but that is what's in someone's mind. That's the information that they have available to them. So that spokesperson then takes that and says, they definitively say, they want to give a definitive answer, and they don't really have one yet, but their definitive answer in the moment is, this has nothing to do with the update. And the reason that I say that is, if you look at some of the articles, okay, here's the official article from AndroidPolice.com, which states that a Google spokesperson confirmed to 9 to 5 Google that all builds of the December feature update are functionally the same, and the network connectivity issues have nothing to do with them. So I don't know, y'all, because look at this. I myself have posted on the Google 6 Pro user group in Facebook. Not that this is definitive. This is just a group. Anybody can join. People can get spammed on this. There are moderators, but there's 50,000, almost 50,000 users in this group. And I posted here, after doing frantically updating, wanting this update because I do want the latest and greatest, just like everybody else. I want to see what the update brings, to the phone. How much better is the fingerprint sensor? How much better is the camera? There's supposed to be updates for the camera. So anyway, I posted this. Pixel 6 owners might want to avoid the December update. And I posted this, and it's gotten 75 comments and 22, reactions. 75. If you read these comments, glad I didn't sideload from the admin. This kind of bug is exactly why Google does incremental rolling updates. Interesting comment, though. I just read that. So you basically roll this out to some users, and I've done this before, just to make sure, hey, is this what effects are these updates going to have on people in the real world? Because we can only test so many scenarios in the lab before this is released. So because you've had issues, you test it in the lab, it's rock solid, then you roll it out, and boom, 50% of your users you didn't think of that have this specific software on their computer have conflicts with it, and it ends up producing some issues, and then you got to go back and resolve that. So what you want to do is you want to roll it out slowly. We're not sure, because we're dealing with a new tensor processor and a new OS in Android 12. We might want to slow roll this, guys. So that's exactly what they're doing. Interesting. But as you can see, if you scroll down here, some people are saying no issues. I sideloaded the December update, had no issues. But this could be the reason why Verizon has not released the update. Finger issues gone. It's fast now. Buggy app performance gone. So this person has a very positive experience on day 3. So people were saying, I want it now, tons of videos on YouTube. I've probably watched all of them, by the way. So keep it going, YouTube. I don't think I'll ever get the updates. It's pretty entertaining. It's fun, it's drama. It's definitely drama. Seems to be Europhones that have gotten it. I have a better signal, but I'm on US and Verizon. No issues in Germany. The issue that I gained, calls suck now. It was great before. Europe, USA doesn't have any of the issues. No issues in Germany. Let's see here. People are sideloading. People having issues before they updated. Huge downgrade here. Only on an already limited coverage area. Now it's almost impossible to make phone calls in certain indoor situations. Issues here. Great Britain. Same here. Connection is definitely more unstable. Okay in the UK. So there's some people are having it, some people are not. France not experiencing issues. No issues, no issues. Absolutely. No problems. I face this problem. He has to reboot to get his signal back on. Updated yesterday, had little to no signal all day. So, okay, so I went and I saw these updates, in my own Facebook. So I started researching this. And I saw that Pixel 6, this Android Central, Pixel 6 owners might want to avoid the December update due to signal problems. So, on one side, Google spokesperson says that they have nothing to do with it. And on the other side, you got Pixel 6 owners might want to avoid the problem. So, and I'm seeing this in my personal, experiences from other people within my personal Facebook to these groups. So I start looking at, do I really want this? Do I really want to sideload this update? Is it going to cause issues for me? I don't really have any major issues with it. So right now, where I'm at right now on Friday is I'm going to wait. If it comes out over OTA, I'll probably do it, but I'm not going to sideload. even though it would be probably good experience for me as an IT person. Maybe later. So you go on Reddit, look at this from other people on Reddit. This doesn't bode well. I finally solved the network drop connection issue a couple weeks ago. So this person, the reception in my house is noticeably far poorer than what I got on the Pixel 2. So people are just making... he didn't even comment on how that he resolved it. Can barely hold a signal in his house. It appears that, I don't know. I'm reading through this with you guys over again. Seems to affect only users in Europe. Canada, terrible reception. US reception is the same or slightly better. Oh man, this is the problem with objectivity with human beings. We have different experiences. I mean, the placebo effect is like 13%. You give people a sugar pill, and 13% of people are cured. It's just this mind thing. It's very interesting to me. I stated before, I have 13 or 20 plus years in IT as an IT professional, but I also have an undergraduate degree in psychology, which doesn't mean much. It just kind of means that I'm able to stick to something for 4 years and come out with my goals met. But look at all these comments. I mean, just look at my scroll wheel here. How many comments? Well, it ends there. But okay, so here's what really makes me hesitate. This particular issue tracker, google.com, which I got from one of these other articles, it appears that I've read further, and I don't know if it'll show up here, but Android is open source, and it seems like that open source developers are also working on this problem, and I don't know the details of that. So if you know the details of open source and how it relates to the development community and issuing updates, let me know in the comments. Helps out the YouTube algorithm, and it gives information to anyone who's watching this video as well. I'd like to know. So look at all these updates. Pixel 6 incredibly bad network reception after December patch update 2021. So if you're looking at this, I mean, so this original person, after receiving the December 2021 update on my Pixel 6 in Germany, I have had incredibly bad network reception. I don't have any bars in my house. Phone is usable for basic operation, unusable for basic operations like a phone call. So they also reference the Reddit issue. Lots of views. Wrong update for European countries. That's interesting. What is this? Is this the same one? This could be interesting. Received the wrong December update in Europe, Germany. Ooh, this could be really interesting here. So if the wrong update was rolled out for European users, then could that be the cause of the problem? I don't know yet. I'm not going to go into this detail, but you guys want to, I'll try and link all of the sources that I've used in the description. But this is interesting. So they're referencing, sorry for that word there. which is the version for CA. He got this. So anyway, if you're in Europe and you're watching this video, check and see if you got the correct, this .A4, this particular build here update. And let me know. Let me know what if you're seeing this as well. If you didn't get it, if you did get an issue, then check your update and see if you got the right one or the wrong one. And if you didn't get an issue, check and see if you got a right or a wrong one. So comment, I got the right update. I'm in Europe. I got the right update and have no problems. I've got the wrong update and I am seeing problems. And let's see if we can see a trend going on here. Of course, these people were going to comment and not give 287 comments. Holy cow. That something is going on. Something is going on. I don't know exactly what it is. Obviously, something is going on. Let's go back here. Look at this. Watch this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do just random one. Let's read. Same here in Italy. Bad, bad, bad. Same. 20% signal drop detected. Same cell tower, same place, same SIM card, same operator. Checked with another Pixel, and Pixel 3 still has good signals like the Pixel 6 before the update. This is a good one to have landed on. We got lucky here. This is, you can see it. You can go to this particular issue right here, scroll down, read for yourself. Something is going on. Don't know what it is. So anyway, let me move on. Where are we at with this? So we're in Friday. So today, Google still today has not officially released any info as to what's going on. Here are my findings. People, they're either frustrated because A, they haven't got the update, and B, they've gotten the update, and it's caused some issues. So it seems to be like, and this is kind of human psychology as well. If you got the update, you're not having any issues, you're not as likely to get on your computer and bang, 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 a complaint out. But, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Obviously, definitely something is going on. So I'm questioning, are they different experiences due in part to psychology? So we talked about before the placebo update, or the placebo effect. You give a sugar pill to people, and you give an active, drug to some people, like pharmaceutical, trying to fix you drug, not recreational. It will have, you have to take into account for 13% of the people are going to react to the sugar pill anyway. So you've got to figure out, is it just people's psychology, or is there actually something that is actually changing physical, things and creating a positive or negative reaction? So I also want to kind of think about the lack of transparency that Google has had. Is the lack of transparency because Android is open source? You would think that open source would lead to more transparency, but sometimes the developers are like, we have no idea what's going on. What do you say when you have no idea what's going on? It's one of the dilemmas that I have in my IT career. Oftentimes people are like, when are you going to fix it? And I don't know. When I find out what's going on, I'll be able to go, oh, it's that checkbox, or all I need to do is type in a little bit of, code, and boom, it's fixed. But it's like going through a needle in a haystack. And you can strategically in IT figure out which side of the haystack to start on, and maybe you get halfway through here and you realize, wait a second, maybe if I start over, it makes more sense to go this way. And you can go into that haystack. But the reality is, in some cases, when you first start troubleshooting an issue, you don't even know how big the haystack is. So you can't even, you give, like, sometimes what I do is if people push me hard enough, I'm like, 2 weeks, just give something for someone to grapple onto, so that they give you, so that they're satisfied a little bit, so they're not clicking update, wondering when they're going to get the update, or like we're doing right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on. The developers got a haystack. They don't know how big that haystack is to find the problem. So, are they just giving you, humoring us with responses? We don't know. We don't know. I want to see how this progresses. Very interesting to me. Also, don't forget about the security updates. No one's mentioning the security updates we tend to take for granted now, because these updates generally fix stuff before we have a serious, security issue on our hands, like people getting into our phones and hackers getting into our phones and stealing our information, or controlling the phone itself, making calls, sending text messages out. So security is an issue. As you can see here, if you go on the developers.google.com/Android/OTA, I'm sorry, this is the wrong one. I'll talk about this in a second. So if you go on to source.android.com, this particular link here, you'll see that the December update addresses, let's go up here. These are security patches. So these security patches that are rolled out with the December update specifically, you can see this, the framework, the media framework, messaging, and the system here. And if you continue to scroll down, sorry if I'm making anyone dizzy, you'll see with the Pixel specifically, you can see the CVE related documents and references, the severity and the component, bootloader component, USB component, with the Titan M2 portion of the chip. There's a camera security issue that is addressed in this update. Audio, kernel, biometrics, which is your fingerprint sensor, the touch. So a lot of security updates. And then you get into, are the security updates responsible maybe for the signal degradation? People have talked about the different modem that they're using in comparison to the Qualcomm modems that come with the Qualcomm chipset in the phones. And but also, what I'm seeing is that it was okay, it had issues, and it got worse after the update, at least for European users. About 90% of the issues we're seeing again are coming from Europe. Only there's a few people in the US. Now you got to ask yourself, is this because A, they got the wrong update in Europe, they pushed out the wrong update? B, is it because of actual issues within the update? C, is it just because of kind of the placebo effect of, okay, I was seeing this issue before, but I kind of worked around it. I moved to a different portion in the house, place in the house, or et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I knew I was having updates, but this update, now I got this update, and it's like, now I'm starting to notice this, and it's like a psychological kind of thing where, is it, I'm not saying that this isn't an issue, but I'm just presenting, a possibility here. Or is it, is it affecting only European users because of something to do with the European cell towers, and that the 10% of people in the US that are reporting this issue, is that just kind of a placebo effect? We don't know yet, so let me know what you think in the comments. Again, like the video to help me out on my YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to get 1,000 people so I can actually start monetizing, get some side hustle going on, and you get some a different viewpoint from someone who's been in IT and who's a current IT professional of 20 years. So anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. I hope everyone has a great Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Peace.